Hi, everyone. Hello. How is everyone? I missed being on YouTube. I have to admit, sorry, while I'm readjusting my top. Yeah. Um, so I have to admit, by July, I was kind of like so tired, so depleted. My energy was so depleted that I was like, I need a break. I got my break and I honestly had withdrawal symptoms. I had symptoms from not so much from like IG and social, but from YouTube and from you guys, from the Femmies. I really did. I really missed you, but I needed to take this time off. And this is like the once a year I take a long break because I need it because of what I do. I do several readings a day. I do them via Zoom or via G Meets, via video or in person. And that's a lot. And on top of that, I also do a lot of work, spiritual work and coaching. So it's a lot and I needed that break. So I don't know how like the quality is because I'm using my computer's camera because my camera is not working because I got a new computer and it's not compatible with the Intel chip from my camera and it's a whole thing. But I'm not going to bore you with that. I want to say hello to the Femmies. Gabrielle is, as always, here, the most amazing mod. She is not just a mod, she's like a right hand to me. This is how it feels because she's like so involved in all of the channels. There's also Discord, everyone. So if you want to join Discord, it is the next best thing. It's where the community meets. We have a hangout. We've got different channels, and we just talk and catch up. And if you have any questions, I'll make sure to pop in and ask and answer those. If not, then I get a little nudge from Gabrielle where she's like, they need you on Discord. So come and join us over there. Everything is down below on the description box. Also, La La Land is in the house. Hi, I'm so glad you caught it live. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a few months, I feel. So I want to remind everyone, as you can see, there is a tinker down below, down here. And I've opened up a PayPal account. A lot of people have DM'd me and have told me during the lives that they want to donate to my channel and they want to buy me a cup of coffee. And I appreciate that. If you still want to buy me a cup of coffee, you can always use PayPal. Everything's down below. But I would prefer, because there's a huge issue with strays and abused animals here in Greece, and I've always been very, very active and involved with animal charities and animal shelters. So if you want to help out the Greek strays, and if you want to, just help this channel in a way, down in the Tinker, you're going to see the email. You can donate any amount is a good amount, even a small one. And every 3 or 4 months, depending on how much money I collect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a shelter or a charity where I'm going to donate the amount that we've collected, okay, that we've raised together. And I will keep you posted on Discord and on IG about what charity is that, what shelter is that, the amount, etc., etc. So everything's going to be super transparent. So hey, French lady. Hey, I love seeing you all here. Good afternoon. I sent you an email. You sent me an email. When didn't I reply? Where did you send it via my website? Just let me know. Roni's here. Hello. Hi. And Ashley's in the house as well. Guys, I missed you. I'm so happy to see Femmies here in the house. And we've got a nice little topic to talk about today. And Mylene as well. Hello, my darling. How are you? So happy. See, I'm telling you, I have withdrawal symptoms because of you guys, because you're like my extended family. We're all the family here. We're all friends. And, well, we are family by choice, which is even better. So, Oh, thank you. And I've got, see, I told you, Gabrielle is on top of it. Thank you for promoting my shop. I also have, if you're new here, if you're new on the channel, I've got a crystal shop. I ship everywhere. And if you want premium crystals sourced from ethically sourced mines from all over the world and good, you're going to get the good stuff, okay? And all that kind of stuff, the good crystal stuff, then you can check out my shop. I'm restocking and I'll be doing that tomorrow as well. And there's a lot more products coming in as well, such as candles, jewelry, etc. Right, enough about all that. I just wanted to see how everyone's doing before we start, because I thought, well, you know what? Sometimes it's a bit hard for me to find sort of like what kind of topic I'm into talking about every week. I'm also an Aquarius. I'm ruled by air and water. Yeah, because we're the water bearers, but we're an air sign, but we're ruled by both in a sense. So I kind of like go with my mood, and I have a strong feeling, and I'll tell you why. This is another thing that I'm going to do another live either on IG, on Instagram, or here, because I want to talk about what's coming up starting in October, and it's for the world, for the collective, and it's going to be a tough one. It's not just going to be one thing. There's a lot going on. And this is sort of like the beginning of the end before we ascend to the next dimension, before the world awakens, before we see a massive, let's say, level up spiritually as well and energetically. And yeah, big things are happening, and not necessarily in a good way, but not in a good way when they're happening. But I just want to remind you, this is all leading us somewhere, and somewhere where that is our home. That's where we're meant to be. And our lives are gonna change. So, and we've been like, the universe has been prepping us for a while now, and we've been feeling it. And let me just say, the pandemic that we just went through and still going through, in a sense, was sort of like foreshadowing other things. But we'll get to that during a different live, where we're going to just be talking about that. So let's talk about spirit animals, because as you all know, I'm super connected to animals. I love animals. And as I said, while I was thinking about what we should talk about today, I thought about animals, because animals are going to play a very, very crucial, important role in our next, let's say, in our ascension, in our awakening, in everything else that's happening, because we are very, very connected spiritually to animals. So, and I just want to make some things clear about spirit animals, because it is sort of like a term that it's been thrown around. I say that as well. Sometimes I say, Kathy Hilton, she's my spirit animal. We say that a lot, but I just want to sort of define what a spirit animal is and what a totem animal is, and how spirit animals are here around us to help us, guide us, and heal us. So Care Bear is in the house too. Hi, Care Bear. Hope you're doing well. So do you know what the difference between spirit animal and totem animal is? So I'll start with that. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me just all right. Okay. So a spirit animal comes to us. So when we're all born with guides. We've talked about this, about this. Some people, we have a main guide. Some people may have more than one when they're born. We all have more than one at certain points in our lives when we need them, but we have a main guide and a main guardian angel. Same applies with spirit animal. We're born and we have a spirit animal, the spirit of which is around us, and it's there to guide us, and it's there to heal us and provide medicines, as shamans call it. It's called medicine, right? So, a spirit animal, though, so throughout our lives, we tend to feel more connected to certain animals. And I don't mean dogs, cats, and, domestic animals or farm animals. I'm talking any random animal you can think, whether it's a slug, it could be a spider, it could be, I don't know, like what are they called? Like a starfish, something like that, where you just feel that connection. Let's say if you see, um, a framed picture of a starfish, for instance, and in a shop, and you're drawn to it. You're always drawn to buying things with starfishes, like starfishes keychains or whatever it may be. That means you're drawn to that creature, animal, for a reason. That is your spirit animal. It comes to you in physical and in spiritual form. And when I mean physical, I don't just necessarily, let's say your spirit animal's a bear. I'm not saying you're going to have encounters with bears, but most likely you'll be noticing symbols, pictures, or anything, documentaries about bears, anything that has the bear. I hope I'm making sense, and I'm trying to put my thoughts sort of in line. I've also got my notes here. Totem animal is your favorite animal. It is the one that keeps us safe. It's the one that, say, my totem animal, for instance, is, I've got two. I've got the horse. Okay, it's my favorite animal. I'm very connected to horses. I horse ride. I owned horses, etc., because I need them in my life. I feel balanced when I'm around horses, when I ride them, etc. They're like my therapy. And elephants. Elephants, since I was a kid, I was always drawn to them. I always felt like their majestic presence and their energy overall was just, I could connect to it. So those are my totem animals. Okay. So, but spirit animals, they change. So you have, as I said before, you have your main one when you're born, and you have the spirit animal until the day you exit. But you also have intermittent, like throughout different stages in your life, depending what you're going through, you're going to have different spirit animals. To explain, hold on here. So, spirit animals descend from Native American spirituality. So the spiritual significance of spiritual and spirit animals descends from Native American spirituality. It is believed that, as I said, each individual is associated with the different animals that act as guides. Basically, they're like a spirit guide. They come in and out of your lives. They at different times, but they're here to show you what direction you're going, or just like synchronicities. We've talked about synchronicities and numbers. It's the same, pretty much the same principle, that when you see repeating numbers or angel numbers, then that's a sign that guides, spirits, angels are trying to tell you something. They're trying to guide you through whatever you're going through. It's the same with spirit animals too. Totemism is the spiritual belief that stems from kinship and spiritual relationship we have with animals. Okay. Our physical appearance also tends to resemble our main animal guide, by the way. And I want to just preface a little, I can't speak, you know what I'm trying to say, about Chinese astrology. You're not going to see this anywhere because I've done a lot of research, personal research on that. So, do you know your Chinese horoscope? For instance, I'm a horse. Do you see where I'm going with that? Didn't I just say before that my totem animal is a horse and an elephant? In the Chinese horoscope, I'm a horse, and I am particularly drawn to them, and I need to be surrounded by them. That's why I always owned horses, and I always spend a lot of time and a lot of money on horses because I need them. They're therapy. They're my medicine, as shamans say. Okay. So also, people might say that I look like a horse a little bit. I've got a long face. I'm really tall. I've got long legs. I've got huge teeth. Nah. um, so, for instance, someone who is a rat in the Chinese zodiac. I have a couple of friends who are rats in the Chinese zodiac, and literally they've got like smaller eyes, very round, that they're like closer to each other, and they've got like thinner eyebrows. There is like a characteristic about each. So my daughter is a rabbit, for instance, in the Chinese horoscope. And like when she smiles, she does this. She looks like a rabbit sometimes. So and also we do, why? Because we're so connected to nature and animals. I was trying to find some memes just for shits and giggles, right? Of how we've seen them going around on the internet about how dogs resemble their owners. And I found lots of them. And then I thought, no, I don't want to focus just on pets or dogs, but it's true. I mean, I don't think I resemble my dog. You've all seen Louis. He looks more like Louis the 14th in the Versailles than me. But anyways, but what I'm trying to say is that we tend, when we are spiritually connected to a person or an animal, we tend to shapeshift. Okay. And don't get, I know that word has a very negative connotation about it, but we do tend to shapeshift because this is how we relate, in a sense, on a much higher level with animals and people. You've seen older married couples, okay? They tend to behave like their mannerisms, the way they look, even as they grow older, they start to sort of like blend into each other. Or two of my favorite couples, okay, they look like siblings. That, I mean, it's weird, but they look like siblings. They look alike. It is crazy. So this is what tends to happen. I also wanted to, oh, I forgot to put up my cards. I do all this work and then I forget. So again, a spirit animal, for those of you just coming in, is a sacred being who's chosen by the person's soul in order to help them heal and grow. So they say that spirit animals can be helpful in understanding one's life lessons and finding the way back to one's true self. So that is pretty much what a spirit animal is. So a totem animal, just to clarify, is an animal spirit guide, basically, believed to stay with you for life, but both in the physical and the spiritual world, which is why we tend to prefer these animals. We tend to love these animals. We consciously know that, for instance, I love horses, I love elephants. And you have a special bond and connection with this animal. And I'm going to talk about the interactions and the dreams in a minute. What I also wanted to give you as an example, so my totem animals are this, and then you might ask me, what are your spirit animals? Right now, I can tell you. So another spirit animal that I have, which has been my spirit animal since my grandmother left this world, is the ladybird. The other one is the hummingbird, and the third one is the lion. So, and I've got all of them tattooed on my body because this is how strongly I'm connected to them. And I didn't realize back then, especially with the hummingbird, when I did the tattoo, that was my spirit animal. I realized after I did it. So I was really obsessed with, like, I need to have like a hummingbird tattoo. I want to have it on my back, blah, blah, blah. I just knew exactly the design, everything. And then I asked my guides after, like, I think several years later, and I asked my guides and I realized that hummingbirds are my spirit animals. And before you ask, and if you're asking, because I can't see the comments, I can't see the chat right now, I will go over some of like the most common, let's say, spirit animals and their spiritual meanings towards the end. And at the end, before we go, and mostly because I want to be respectful of the replay crew, because they might not be interested, I've got a beautiful deck here. You can see Flamingo just came up, Flamingo Spirit, and it's called the Spirit Animal Oracle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card for each one of you in the chat, whoever wants to. Okay, and this way we can see what the messages from your spirit animal is and what your one of your spirit animals is right now. I'm just going to go in the chat before I go on, just to check what everyone is saying. I don't want to miss anything. Let's see. I'm thrilled too. Baroness January, and you were born in January too. Are you a Capricorn or an Aquarius? So Iconic is in the house. Where? Oh, I missed it. Where is it? I'm a dragon in Chinese horoscope. By the way, I've been I'm connecting to dragons more and more, to the point where I'm just stocking up on dragon crystals for my shop. Yes, dragon carved crystals. I'm dreaming about different animals. Okay, this is another, that's a good point, which leads me to the next thing. Let me just get rid of the tinker or ticker. I'll bring it back up later because it's a bit annoying. All right, so I've been dreaming about, okay. So how to connect with your spirit animals. You're going to ask me, hey, Natalie, how do I know what my spirit animal is? I'm not a psychic, I don't like to meditate. I don't know. I have no idea. First of all is dreams. Have you been dreaming of certain animals or a specific animal a lot lately? Or have you been noticing it on your screens, or when on a poster or on a banner as you're driving to work or to school, wherever? What is it? What are you noticing? What is it that you're feeling? Also, again, it is also that unexplainable connection you have with certain animals, insects, etc., birds. And that comes from past life connections, by the way. That is also how you know, did you work with animals in a past life? Were you killed by an animal in a past life? All these things do matter. They all come in into your current life, and they're here to teach you something or to help you. As I said, I mentioned before, looking at your Chinese zodiac, Chinese horoscope. Do you relate with that animal? Do you? I mean, yeah, I know rats are not like, I've got a fear of rodents. I just can't, like, give me any type of animal, poisonous or not poisonous. I don't care, but I've got a thing about rodents. But in the Chinese zodiac, rats doesn't, I've associated rats with filth and plague and just nasty. But people with a rat zodiac, for instance, are extremely successful, very smart, very resourceful. A lot of politicians that have made history were rats. Okay, just giving you some examples, for instance. The other thing that will also help you sort of connect with an animal, where that's your spirit animal, is pause and think. What am I going through currently? How is this animal? So if you've been noticing, let's say owls, okay? Ask yourself, how am I connected to this animal? Is there a connection here? Is this animal trying to say something to me? And I brought the example of owl because, let me remind you, different cultures have different spiritual meanings for certain animals. For instance, owls are considered the wizards and the witches' accomplice, and that not accomplice, but let's say sidekick, Harry Potter. That's where J.K. Rowling got her inspiration from. But like they're an omen of death. So are ravens and crows, and so are moths, for instance. But that depends on the culture. It depends on what kind of tradition they believe in. So, but again, it's all, you have to take things out of context sometimes in order for things to make sense. The other thing you can ask yourself is, what can I learn from this animal? Owls, wisdom. Okay, they're very observant, they're wise, they've got a very calming, soothing energy about them. So think about that. So what is it that you're going through now? What animal are you noticing, and what does that mean for you, and what can you learn from it? Why is that animal appearing to you? What is the medicine, as shamans call it, so the healing that they're bringing with them? Let me have a quick look in the chat again. So Care Bear says, I cannot think of what my spirit animal would be. I was scared of dogs and cats when I was little. I like dogs now, but still not cats. Funny story about cats. I'm allergic to cats, most cats. I'm not allergic to Maine Coon. There's certain cats I'm not allergic to. The Persian cats, the Maine Coon ones as well. But most short-haired cats I am. Years ago, so this must have been like 18 years ago, 20 years ago, I decided out of the blue, I just felt like I needed a cat. I had a dog, I had a Rottweiler, and I just decided I need a cat. I want to have a cat. We never had cats. I never grew up with cats. I'm allergic to them. There was something about cats that it was kind of like averted to. And I got a cat. She lived to the age of 12. She was amazing. I loved her. I took her to Austria when I moved to Austria 10 years ago with me. So she was going everywhere with me. She healed me. She was there at a time when I was lonely and very much lost and very much broken, and I had a lot of family issues with my parents. She saved me in a sense during those 12 years that I had her. Now I will never acquire a cat. I've got a dog, I've got 2 kids. I don't see me owning another cat unless I rescue it, unless I rescue it and feel super connected to it, and then I'll keep it. But my dog doesn't really like cats, so that's a whole issue. And also I'm allergic, so that's another issue. But see where I'm going with that? Sometimes we're not drawn to certain animal, and suddenly we are. And there's a reason to that, and you need to explore that. And that's how you'll understand a lot about what's going on and your healing journey as well. Let me see. Everyone's saying they don't know this. Devonta says, I've been seeing different numbers in animals. There's a message there for you. Well, I'll pull some cards in towards the end. So stick with me, because as I said, we've got a lot going on, and I just want to also share with you some of the spiritual meanings of some of the animals. A goat. You like a goat? I love goats. They're so cute. Let's see. Flamingos. I love flamingos too. I always thought those were my spirit animals. They're not. Danny's in the house. I just want to say hi. Danny, I've missed you. Hope you're doing well. Owls I had pet rats. There you go. I had pet rats that were like tiny dogs. Wild rats, no thank you. No thank you to wild rats. But here again, like I'm the type of person that if I see a rat on my screen or on a page, even if it's just an illustration, I freak out. Yeah, I really freak out. But what I've learned as I'm growing spiritually a lot is that don't diss that. I might end up, I don't know, maybe my kids might end up wanting to have like a pet rat. And I've read and heard that they make amazing pets. They're really smart, super loyal. They're clean, unlike street rats and wild rats, etc. So I'm like, who knows? Maybe that's going to be my thing. Maybe my kids bring me a pet rat and I fall in love with it. I get over who knows? But right now I'm like, big no. I miss you too, Jan. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you guys. It makes my day. Ours, one of my faves. Yeah, we're going to look into that now. My Chinese horoscope is a horse too, Heather. and spiritual animal is a bear. So the other thing is, the funny thing is, so Lenormand, I've talked about Lenormand, which is another system. So another system to use instead of tarot, a different card system, right? And those Lenormand is very straightforward. It's like, let me check what my day is going to be like, or let me check, what my boss is going to be up to this week. Whatever, you throw these cards down, and it's super accurate and to the point, but it doesn't go deep, right? Lenormand uses a lot of symbolism, like mountains, bears, birds, etc., and they have different symbols. Bear is a symbol of being your own boss, picking yourself up, feeling self-confident, and not doubting yourself, just going with what it is that you're set to do. Okay. I don't know if that helps in your situation. And sorry, it's so humid here. My hair is going crazy, Heather, but I hope. And let's look at the let's look at some. I couldn't do all of the animals because this would have been like a long show. So I've taken, like, let's say the main ones, the basic ones. Let's start with these. So if you feel again, you don't need to know your spirit animal. Just what are you mostly connected to or drawn to? So if it's the wolf is basically the spiritual meaning of that is that it symbolizes intelligence, playfulness, and fierce protectiveness of the young or your pack. So it could be that as a parent, you might be worried about your kids, or there are issues in school, whatever, or at work, if you're leading a team or you're part of a team, and you've been seeing or feeling very connected to wolves. This is the message, be fierce, be protective, something's up. The lion spirit animal represents courage and strength and overcoming difficulties. We all know what a lion's like, and Leo's in the zodiac. So the presence of this power animal could also mean that something out of the control is happening. So it could be sort of like a warning sign and just saying, listen, don't take this too hot. Don't be too emotional about it. Do what a lion would do, feel inspired, draw from that energy. And this applies for all the animals. Here's the owl. I think so. Iconic said that he is drawn to owls. Yeah, owls are very much a symbol of psychic wisdom, and hence Harry Potter again, and a higher purpose. And here it is that although owls are associated to magicians, it also heralds death, because that was the symbolism, especially in Eastern Europe, for instance. Owls are not seen as a good omen. White owls, though, they are seen as white omens, and they symbolize wisdom and endurance, which is why a lot of like elitist schools, they have emblems on their they have owls on their emblems, and you see them in universities, etc., as well as lions as well. And lions are used a lot symbolically as well for especially in England, for rugby teams, football teams, etc. Then we've got rabbits. They remind us of a vulnerability. Yeah, because you see a rabbit and you feel like it's vulnerable and it's so cute and fluffy. But something that you didn't know about rabbits, it is because they are nocturnal creatures and they have nocturnal cycles. The rabbit is closely linked to the moon. So for instance, most likely, if you are a Cancer, for instance, chances are you're very much connected to rabbits. One of the animals is a rabbit. And the idea of rebirth, as well as being a mythical creature with magical powers. As I said, and the Chinese zodiac rabbits are especially, they're very, very, I would say, characterized as very flexible, very resourceful, and very likable, Now we have the crow, the raven, or any such bird. And they're often thought of as signs of bad luck. They're often, but it depends again, because it's very different with the Eastern cultures or Tibetan culture or Tibetan spiritualism or Native American. So this differs, but we're talking about, let's say, overall, generally, um, it symbolizes fated endings and death. In my opinion, how I see crows is that actually they are, because they're super intelligent and extremely loyal, and they don't forget. Okay, it's incredible how their tiny little bird minds work. These birds, I see them as, if you see crows, or if you have a crow or raven that visits you often, you're lucky. You're lucky, because that means that there's a higher spiritual purpose there, and that raven or crow has been sent to you by up there. Okay, and they're really trying to communicate with you and, tell you something. So, but they're also associated with foresight, foresight and vision, and can foreshadow events. That's true. That's absolutely good or bad events. I'm not going to say, but still, I have a soft spot for crows and ravens. Dragonflies, which is going to be my next tattoo, I think. Dragonflies symbolizes change and transformation. They're beautiful. It is a reminder for you to shed more light and joy in your life. It asks you to come out of the dark of the shadows. So if you be going through depression, or you've been in your hermit mode, hermetic, or you've just broken up, going through a divorce, whatever, and you've been noticing, seeing, getting visitations by dragonflies, you know that they're saying, come on, snap out of it. Come on, come out. There's bigger, better things out there for you. And if you don't come out of your little hole of blackness, then you won't be able to reap those rewards that the universe has for you. Coyote, different to dog. Okay, so dog has a very different spiritual meaning than coyotes or wolves. Symbolize cleverness and wittiness, but it also means, because it is a trickster, it's also a sign that maybe someone doesn't have your best interest in mind, or they might be tricky or sneaky, etc. It's a warning sign. Okay, but it all could also indicate that you're a trickster yourself. Let's be honest. But that's why we have different spirit animals. Butterflies, a lot of you connect and love butterflies, and they are a universal symbol of transformation and spiritual growth. And butterflies are just absolutely beautiful, because we all see them, we all notice them, we all feel connected to them, and it's always when you see a butterfly, it's always like, that things are going to get better, that you're being led by the beautiful colors of the butterfly wings, okay, and reminding you that life can be beautiful, not just sad and challenging. Okay, I've got two more here. Hummingbird, there is the hummingbird and the horse. Of course, I put them together, but the hummingbird is a beacon of positivity. Hummingbirds instruct us to must expect. Yeah, I can't write. Love, joy, and good luck. To me, it's also a symbol of freedom. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. Freedom is a big thing for me, and also because of a past life that I had, which I was enslaved. Anyways, that's beside the point. But hummingbird, to me, and their colors and the fact that they can actually fly backwards, upside down, they're so small but yet so mighty and so beautiful. It just represents so much to me. They have a special place in my heart, hummingbirds. Then we have horses. The horse spirit animals symbolize personal drive, passion, and lust for freedom. There you go. Do you see? Now that I've shared with you what my totem and spirit animals are, do you see the connections? Do you see what this is all, what they're trying to say to me? What's important for me? It's the sense of freedom, the sense of openness, the sense of communication. Loyalty is a huge thing for me. I'm extremely loyal to people, and I expect that back. And if I don't get it, I've got a Scorpio moon. So get out of my way. Hmm. So, bears, here you have, for those of you who connect with bears, they symbolize strength and courage. And the spirit of the bear indicates it's time for healing. And it's not just indicating it's time of healing, it's actually telling you that you have started healing. And that once you've healed, that you're able to help others. You'll be in a position to heal others. And the elephant, I love elephants. They teach us to recognize our own strength and power, and we need to be aware of that power. And elephants can be intimidating because they're huge, but at the end of the day, animals are more intimidated by little old us. They still, they see us and we're tiny compared to them proportionally, but they're more intimidated by us than we are by them, and we shouldn't forget that. It's not, the fear or the challenge is not about how big you think it is or how unmanageable it is, because that's not the problem. It's what's happening here and how you see it and what your perspective of it is. And how confident you feel in yourself that you can overcome whatever is sort of like laying in front of you that is causing a roadblock or a challenge in your life. So that's pretty much the meanings. I don't know. I hope you guys, if you're on the replay cruise, so you can pause the video and read those. You can go online. Of course, Google is your best friend. And you can go online, and if you have different spirit animals or totem animals than the ones that I've mentioned today, you can just Google spiritual meaning of turtles, spiritual meaning of blah blah blah. You can even take quizzes. There's certain websites that will allow you, but that's BS in my opinion. So I'd rather we did this together, right? I seen like 15 yesterday. Of what? Dragonflies? Dragonflies. Wow. Highlight mission. Hello. Everyone's been seeing dragonflies. I love that. A panda. I feel like a panda really like Po and Kung Fu Panda. That's cute. Okay, hold on. Lala is asking quite a question on the Discord group about dragonflies. They help me a lot with my meanings. I'm still seeing them constantly. I've had 3 in my house. Now there's 1 blue. It's all so everyone see why you should join Discord, because we're a nice little family there and we're helping each other. And any questions, anything that is going on, I'll be there as well. And each other, we help each other. Let's see. Put down owls, bats, call them creatures of the night, saying they were evil. Yeah, I know. That they're different religious dogmas, cultures, etc. It's at the end of the day, follow your spiritual path, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs regarding these things. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do. These are my experiences, what I've learned throughout all these years doing what I'm doing, being super open, communicating with the other side. But by all means, just use discernment, and also use Google if you are in doubt. But again, I just want to remind you, there are quizzes out there saying, find out your spirit animal. They're BS. I've tried several of them just for the shits and giggles of it. BS. So yeah. Yes. It will be obvious. Like, it's the same with angel numbers. Can you, you notice them? You notice the synchronicities. It's the same with spirit animals. You'll notice them because they're going to keep coming up. I had a client, I think last year or 2 years ago, and she said, "Hey, you know what does like white doves mean? Like, I've been seeing them a lot, like physically and not physically. Like, I've been seeing white doves. I keep thinking that I hear doves." And I'm like, "Are you expecting a baby in the family?" And she freaked out. But that it wasn't a connection with the spirit animal, but that was a symbolism of that. Because as soon as she said it, I asked my guides, and they said, there's a baby on the way that they're unaware of. The family didn't know yet, because I don't remember, was it a niece or a cousin? I don't remember. They were trying for a very, very long time. They really wanted this baby, and they were finally pregnant. and they hadn't told anyone, you know, out of superstition because they had such bad luck. And that was it. Like, she emailed me straight away, I think an hour after that reading. And she's like, oh my God, you're so right. And I'm like, that's what the doves was about. That's what the doves was about. You know, until you noticed, until you asked, or until you researched, you didn't know. But that made you ask me, you know, or ask someone, what does that mean? Let's see. Did I do foxes? Did I do foxes? Hold on. Okay, I'll go back and show you again one more time without me talking this time. Here. Yeah, so I hope that helped. Otherwise, you can go to the replay and watch it back and then just pause during that. Right. So, guys, are you up for finding out what is your current spirit animal and what the message for you is? So I have this beautiful deck by, I love her. I buy all her decks. It's by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to show you the box. She's an amazing tarot and oracle creator. She's just fantastic. So I'm going to do a shuffle. So whoever wants, okay, yes, okay, good. Just type yes, and I'll start with, before I lose all of you. So I'm going to start with Black Coffee since she's the first. Let's see what comes up for Black Coffee. Please think of what's going on in your life or what you would like to know now. Open-ended question, not a yes or no question, please. That applies for everyone who wants to know. Your spirit animal. Okay. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. Porcupine spirit. Look how cute that is. Time for beginner mind. I feel that it's time for you to make a change and start from scratch. This is what I'm getting from this card. I hope that makes sense. But porcupine spirit. I'm going to show you because it's got amazing imagery as well. So next is So Iconic. Think about something, clear your mind. At least clear your mind if you don't have a specific question. Ooh, this one flew out. So Iconic, Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Rhinos. Have you been noticing rhinos? Do you want to go on a safari? Are you drawn more to African art or culture? This is what I'm getting. Overcome any obstacles. Next is Care Bear. Oh, I love it, guys. You're all into this. Let's see. So that's Care Bear. Ooh, this one flipped over. Otter spirit. You're never alone. It also seems to me, Care Bear, that you are healing from something. Is it heartbreak or someone did something to you? Otter spirit. I feel that you're a very kind person. You've got a kind spirit, and that's why you're never alone, because they're like so cute as well, and they like to sort of hurdle together. And I feel that you need some company or someone next to you right now, or someone who you can rely on or you can talk to. Gabrielle, I don't know, but I'm going to do one for you too. Ooh, this one. Oh, no, this one. 2-1. You get 2, but I'll take the one that flipped over. Turtle spirit is such a nice one. Slow and steady wins the race. Also, turtle spirit could be also like an omen or prediction about love. Turtles feel very comfortable in water, very slow on ground, but in water they're very free flowing and very comfortable in their own skin. And I feel that someone might be coming along and helping you sort of build on your confidence. Heather, you're next. This is fun. I love doing these things. Let's see, Heather. All right, a little bit of ASMR card. This one wanted to flip over. Koi fish spirit. There's always enough. There's always enough. I'm assuming that what this message is about is there's always enough room for more, or there's always room, there's always enough, let's say, time during the day. So don't, what I'm getting, right, what I'm receiving now is that don't put off maybe some ideas or plans that you have because you think that you can't do it, that you're overdoing it, there are not enough hours in the day. Koi fish spirit is saying otherwise. Sonia. Ooh, there's a lot of you guys. I love that. So, Sonia. Ooh, this one. Lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. Lizards, of course, you know, they can hide, they can camouflage. They are incredibly agile. I couldn't say it. So let me see what I'm getting for you. Dream the world into being. Are you thinking about a new job coming out of the house? There's something about, I don't know, I feel like sort of you need a little bit of an escape from the family, from the husband, or from work. There's some kind of like escape, I feel, but you're not sort of taking charge, or you're not confident in doing it. So with this, dream the world into being. So really, this just tells me like, dream what it is that you want and go after it. Go out and get it. Lala. Whoa. 2. Ooh, you get the frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. I mean, that's a pretty direct message. And it's not just, it's a clutter. It's not just the clutter at home or in your room or on your desk, but it is also any kind of clutter in your life. People are clutter. We need to purge, guys, you know, and once in a while we need to purge, because especially with everything that's about to happen, we need the right people around us, that we're on the same wavelength energetically. We complement each other and we help each other. And the other one, there's the owl. Because you got 2 that jumped out. You see clearly now. That's why you have to clear the clutter. Clear the clutter, and then you will be able to see things clearly. Gabrielle, we did. Jan, it's you. Let's see. I'm trying to be as fast as I can so we can fit every. So Jan, dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. Dear spirit, I'm picking up, and maybe it is that you're healing health-wise. It seems to me that you have a little bit of like, you feel a little bit defeated by what you're going through, but you know, be gentle on yourself and baby steps to changing things and steps to improvement, let's say, of your life, and actually of your quality of life and of what you want to do. The French lady. Let's see. Whoa, okay. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you get 2 as well. So the one's the parrot spirit. Watch your words. Ooh, French lady. Are you being Parisian and being a bit sort of like too blunt to people? I'm just joking. No, but it's just, parrot spirit means just like, don't be too impulsive. This is how I get it. And then hawk spirit, so you get two birds. Let spirit be your guide. So basically, don't be too impulsive and be a little bit more, ground yourself, but at the same time allow for spirit or for the energies around you to guide you instead of you being too vocal about things. Mylene, hold on. Okay, hold on. You get two as well, Mylene. So you get the snake spirit, time to heal. Also, the snake spirit shows me as well what I'm picking up now from my guides is that I feel you're opening up spiritually, psychically as well, that you've been feeling some changes as well. But usually we open up even more when we start to heal. You don't have to be completely, mended. But once you start your healing journey, you become very, very psychically connected with the other side. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. So you're almost there. And things are not great. They're not as you hope for, but eventually you'll get there. Things will get to where you want to. Roni as well. Let's see. Ooh, you get two as well. So scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. And you know how Egyptians really thought of beetles, scarabs as very sacred. Okay. And that's why they had a lot of scarab jewelry. A lot of the pharaohs that were, in tombs, etc., they would find scarab carvings and jewelry, etc. So magic works through you. That is just telling me that you do follow your intuition and whatever it is that you're doing or working on right now. Snake spirit, always, you'll see with cards generally, always they come hand in hand. When you feel most connected to your higher self or with spirit or with your guides, it's usually the time when you start to heal, consciously start healing, when you're doing the work. That's when we open up. Baroness, that would be fun if you get a bear, right? Let's see. We're shuffling a little bit. Okay. Let's see, Baroness. Ooh, this one. You didn't get the bear, but you got the stag. You got the stag spirit. Take the lead. I like the stag. That's an energy. That's a masculine energy. And that's the energy of like, yeah, I'm just going to do my own thing and try to stop me. No one can stop me. This is the energy I get from this. And you get the stag spirit. Stag is like, you go, girl. You go, girl. Last time you got a koi fish as well last time. See, maybe you should buy some art or a poster or something with koi fish on it and just put it on top or next to either next to your bedside table or, in your office space on your, by your desk. Because they're trying to say something. You're very connected to koi fish. If this is the second time you get that card. Let's see. My spirit animals are now light. Hold on. Light mission. Did I do? Okay. Okay. Light mission. Sorry if I missed it. Hold on. Hold on. Light mission. Okay. Light mission, you get wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, but also wasps and bees. Yeah, I love these cards, but I'm not going to say sometimes life stings. I'm going to say wasp spirit. It means that someone's done something to you or is about to do something to you, and be proactive. So this is what I'm getting from this card. Black Coffee, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm making a change in different areas of my life. There you go. I mean, Spirit will always tell you like it is. Let's see. Oh, vintage optimism. I'm coming to you. Mr. Gumbertine, I will have to see that. The lizard wants to tell me. I will look it up for more detail. Yeah, look it up for more detail. And look who's in the house. Campfire, we've missed you over here. We've absolutely missed you. Everyone's asking for you. How are you doing? We should pull a card for Campfire, but first I'm gonna do vintage because I saw before I saw you, Camp. Sorry about that. And because I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone. It's hard with those. Let's see. Vintage optimism. Ooh, this one flew out, and that's the armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. You get the armadillo spirit. Are you trying to protect yourself? Like, I feel that you're trying to sort of like block things out. You're not in the mood or in the space to deal with other people's crap. This is what I'm picking up with that. And I also noticed the number 3. So what's up with 3? Could be, I'm getting 3 months. Something's up in 3 months for you. Kemp, is he still here? Okay, he says, get to everyone else. Okay, I'll get to Allison. Allison, I've been emailing you. I hope you've been getting my emails. So, hold on. Let's do Allison. Let's see. Guys, I'm sweating. It's so hot and humid here today. And I can't put a fan in here because Mike was going to pick it up. So you'll have to deal with my sweaty old self. So I get the coyote spirit. Trust in divine detours, Allison. And to me, it's like, Allison, time to make that change. And you know what I'm talking about. So let's see. Thank you. Okay, I would just want to bring this up. Rabbits come in my yard all the time. They stretch out, they play, they nibble and grass. Does this mean anything, or do they just like my yard? Well, it depends. Have you been noticing rabbits elsewhere aside from your yard? Because if it's just your yard, they love your yard. My yard brings all the rabbits to the yard. That didn't even make sense. Sorry, I'm terrible at that. Right. So Campfire. Let's pull a card for you. Let's see what's up with you. Oop. Okay, hold on, because these ones just fell out of my hand. And I've got to say that today, if you notice the thumbnail, which I have as a background, the peacock feathers. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about peacocks all day today. Not today. Yes, that was yesterday when I created the Oh, Kemp, you get 2. You get the mouse spirit, tend to the small things. And the other one's the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan, which makes sense. The mouse spirit is sort of like you need to do the nitty gritty stuff that you might be sort of pushing back or avoiding. And this, the koala spirit has a plan. We've talked about this. There is a bigger plan, and it's getting closer and closer. French lady, I want to get to what you see. Okay. Chantel, I'm not doing a reading per se. We talked about spirit animals, totem animals, what's the difference, how to find out which one is yours. What I do, I'm pulling some cards from this spirit animal oracle deck for everyone. What is your current spirit animal and what is the message? But I'm going to pull one for you, Chantel. And then I think, oh, there it is. You've got this coyote as well. Trust in divine detours. So even though things are bumpy right now in your life, they're just saying that this is sort of like to push you in a different direction, and maybe the timing is off for you, but you've got the coyote spirit. Right. You got a ceiling fan. I know that's a great idea. I could get one here as well, I guess. It's very, very high ceiling here. It's not a rat, it's a mouse. You know what I feel like about mice? But I mean, mice can be cute, but no, but symbolically they're good. Okay, they're very, very good. Um, yes, your spirit animal does change over time. As I said, you have a main one when you're born, like a main spirit guide. They're with you from the time of entrance to the time of exit into this world, and then depending on what you're going through and depending how much spiritual reinforcements you need, then you have different spirit animals, so they do change. I think I got everything. Can you have two spirit animals if you're pregnant? Okay, yeah, that's another thing I had in my notes, but I forgot to mention it, that people who lead others, so whether it's politicians, whether it is like innovators or big CEOs, people who lead others for the good of the collective, they are born with two rather than one. So this is how it normally works, because spirit animals and guides are in overdrive, and the same applies with guides too. French lady, I'm a rooster. So you're proud. You're a proud person, and you're very proud of your surroundings and your home. Danny, did I miss yours? I'm so sorry. Okay, this is going to be the last one. I'm doing Danny's as the last one because we're already over an hour, and we're trying to keep it nice and orderly and not too long over here. So plus I'm sweating, like it's just literally, if I get sweat stains, I'm really, really sorry. It's embarrassing. But let's see Danny's. Whoa, okay. Wolf spirit, Danny. Turn knowledge into wisdom. It's just, well, you know what? The first thing that came to me when I saw the wolf was like, whoa, she's on a roll right now. I feel like you're super motivated, very, very, like, you're a powerhouse right now. This is what I'm feeling. If you don't feel it, I'm telling you. So go for whatever it is that you want to do, achieve, work on, because I just feel that power. Wolf is such pack mentality, is about protecting others, protecting yourself, it's being assertive, it's all so much. Again, you can go back and watch the video, and then you can see the spiritual meanings of certain animals that I've put up for you guys. I miss you too. Okay, Jayla's in the house. Okay. You guys, you always do this to me. Okay, I'll do Jayla and then Breeze, and then that's it. So, well, if you ask politely, I'll probably do someone else as well. So, okay. So who's first? Jayla and then Bree. Okay. Well, okay, Jayla, you got the Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. I just want to bust out singing Madonna. Life is okay, I won't. But life is a mystery, Bobcat spirit. It just, I don't know. I'm getting very weird, not weird, but sort of like, I feel that there's a side of you that maybe you are keeping it sort of protected, something about you that you don't want people to know, or something that you're keeping it very, very private. This is what I'm getting from this. Life's a mystery, but you'll have to Google the actual spiritual meaning of the Bobcat. And then Breeze, your turn. And Breeze, last one. And I'm sorry if I missed you guys. Thank you for reminding me, though. It's so hard with the StreamYard to check on the chat and the comments. A lot gets lost. Okay, you got one, and you get the skunk spirit. Pepe Le Pew. Know your worth. I absolutely agree. Listen, I love skunks. I love, like, I wouldn't have it as a pet. I wouldn't pet it. I wouldn't, but I love them because there is something about skunks. And I think this is a beautiful spirit animal and a card for you. Know your worth, really, literally. It's just like, don't try to hide behind your faults. Let your beauty and your talents and your skills bloom. And I think that's a wonderful message to end this live on. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just going to remind you guys before we go about the Femme for Rescue Fund for the Greek stray dogs and stray and abused dogs that I work with several shelters here, and I volunteer and help them out. So that's a great way for helping the channel, because if you help animals or you help other people, it's like helping me, it's like supporting me, actually. And then if you want to donate for the channel, so I can get a new camera now that my camera is not working because of my new laptop, then you can always PayPal. But please don't feel like I do these things for free, because to me, what's most rewarding and fulfilling is just teaching you guys what I know and helping you, and really, really sort of connecting with all of you and hearing your stories and seeing how these videos and the things that I kind of teach you are helping you and are improving your life. That's, for me, just priceless. So thank you all for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please like this video. It does help the algorithm, and YouTube has been a biatch to me lately, because that's a different story. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because I'll be doing more Instagram lives, and I think I'll be doing the monthly tarot lightning readings that I used to do. If you remember, I think I'll just do them on IG lives. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Bye.